These are not terrorists. They're not bandits. These are forest rangers. They are held with much value because of the in-depth knowledge they have gained across the years as a result of their moving from one place to another as nomads. Let me tell you one thing, no matter how educated you are in the textbook, and you have never left that city of yours or left your country or moved from one place to another, you are more like an illiterate. You are not educated until you move around. These nomads are assets to this country, and we do not know, but the international community and the government knows how important they are. There are some minerals in this country that the locations are not known by any except these people. They are the only ones that can locate the terrain or the shortcuts to where you can get these minerals. So they are very, very valuable to miners. So these forest rangers are actually like security to miners. Why is their problem spilling to us in the city? And why is their problem spilling to us in churches and mosques? The reason is because they are not treated fairly. And in other cases, they become greedy because of the knowledge that they have. They will be like, okay, you're paying me this small amount while you are earning this type of amount, so they become greedy. These miners, because of saving cost, they go for younger forest rangers. That's why you see some 14-year-old, 15-year-old, 20-year-olds doing all these things. These boys are kept in horrible conditions. They supply their food in helicopters and all that, but they are not in good conditions. In most parts of the world, when mining takes place, there are porter cabins that are established, like mini homesteads that are established so people can live inside while the mining takes place. But no, you set up tents for these boys. There is no good drinking water. Remember a video where some of them were coming out and say, we need good drinking water. You need good drinking water. You remember? There were videos like that. We need to also go to school. You give these boys 2-3-year contracts, mining contracts. They don't go to school. They don't go to have friends. They don't have normal childhoods. And what is the reciprocation of it? When they see people coming from the city who are normal, they call them Aiku Engayuni and they start to attack. Mining is not a bad thing. It brings out the resources of the earth. Today, we will not have some of the clothes we wear, the jewelries we have, the phones we use, furnitures we have. A lot of things come from mining. We won't have all of that if mining doesn't take place. We want to call on the federal government to look into this matter and improve the mining system. Whosoever, whichever international body that is coming to mine, let them do the right thing. These people are also victims too. But I know it will be very, very difficult for people to understand because they have been defamed and stereotyped so badly that it is very difficult for this message to sink in to the heads of some people. But I tell you, there are some that are really educated and they will understand. It is not terrorism. It is not banditry. It is just an employee that is unhappy with his employers. And sometimes it's just some greedy ones who decide to go and keep causing chaos. This same thing happened to Osama bin Laden when the American government used him to fight against Russia. They had to do away with him. And that is where the label terrorism started. They used him, they dumped him, and they created a narrative about him just to get rid of him because he knew too much. He knew too much. Stop using our people if you know you're not going to treat them well.
This morning, I want to laugh at Nigerians. Since when they said the insecurity in Nigeria started, the pastor is there flipping pages of Bible, looking for what to use to deal with the Muslims. And the Muslims are there flipping up Quran and pages on how to argue. While your forest is being divided, your forest is being sold. Nigerians are so myopic. We believe in everything we see in the media. You see media, you see books are one of the most fictitious things ever. Nigeria's insecurity in the north has nothing to do with that Bible or that Quran you're trying to open. Nigeria's insecurity in northern part of Nigeria is as a result of illegal mining. Mining of valuables that are even more valuable than what you think is so valuable, which is crude oil. Now the world is moving away from crude oil. We're going into more renewable energy, solar and all that. And the world needs lithium for batteries. They need uranium for nuclear power, and all of it is found in the north. And let us not even mention gold, which can be mined in small quantities but worth a lot of money. Now, who wants to go for the stress of crude oil with its large production and large maintenance and refining? These are things that 2-3 people could hide in a part of the forest and keep digging and digging until they make a fortune. So now what happens? Why is there a security threat? Everywhere in the world where mining takes place and valuable minerals are gotten from the soil, usually there are security concerns. This is not a new thing. If you watch your normal movies, you will see them all over. When somebody mines gold, he's lucky to strike gold. Another person comes and kills him and take away that gold. There is lithium in Nasarawa, Kogi, Kaduna, Benue, and the Middle Belt area. There is abundance of gold in Zamfara. There is uranium in Borno. Now I want to tell you why there was that Boko Haram thing in the Sambisa forest. We all know these things that we all ignore because all our mind is on that textbook reading, those media propaganda. While you are being there flipping your Qurans and shouting Nigeria is gone, your forest is being divided. Your forest that you think, oh, what is there? Human beings cannot live in the forest. Let me tell you, where the main money comes from in the world, it comes from the forest that you look down on. Now your forest is being divided by Americans, British, France, and all that, all coming to set up their camps, and Chinese, all coming to set up their camps for mining. A majority of this mining are not fully registered or not fully legal because they want to boycott the extra cost of its legality. So now what happens? Because of the insecurity that comes with mining, there is need to use local people who are used to the terrain to secure the environment. And that is where Fulani and the Torres come in. Nobody knows Nigeria like the Fulani man. The remaining knowledge you have about Nigeria is textbook knowledge. All those are media personalities who shout on TV, shout, you know nothing about Nigeria. They're the real people who know Nigeria. They know every terrain, they know where the rivers are, they know where the rocks are, they know where the mountains are, they know where the swamps are, they know where the deserts are, they know all the hook and crannies of this country. That's the reason why they're recruited as forest rangers, to protect the people who are doing mining and for movement of the mined goods from one place to another, because these mined goods come in small quantities but means has a lot of value. So it's easy for just somebody to attack you and snatch those things away from you. So because of its sophistication, it needs also sophisticated security, and that's the reason why they use the local people who are vulnerable to do that security job. And then who are the bandits? Anybody that is an employer knows that sometimes inside your employee you have people who are dissatisfied with the contract and people who are just naturally don't like you and they don't want to work under you again and they just want to defame you, or you have disputes amongst you. The bandits we are seeing today and the kidnappers has nothing to do with tribe or religion. There are employees that are unhappy with their employers, and that's the reason why you see that government negotiates with them. So get that into your brain. What they call terrorism is to keep you, the average individual, busy, panicking, engaged, talking, researching, and all that, while they do the needful for themselves. So it is high time, Nigerians, you that you have not bathed this morning, talking up and down about Muslim, Christian, about how terrorism has finished Nigeria. If you know the amount of people that died in the gold rush in America, you will know that Nigerian own is still small. Keep yourself safe and be watchful. If you live in anywhere that is a bit isolated, this is the time for you to take care of yourself and be on the watch out. But staying there and arguing and spreading your throat, it will not solve the matter at now. It is the cabals that are at their work. The blame game is not going to take you anywhere. A word is enough for the wise. Nigerians, keep safe, be happy. And I will tell you, let's not get distracted. Go this morning and do the business you want to do. Go and meet the clients you want to meet. Go and design the clothes you want to design. Don't let anybody make you feel that the world is coming to an end, while the whole world would end up in their pockets.
For those that are wondering why churches have been attacked, mosques have been attacked by bandits, there are statements these forest rangers are giving. You sometimes wonder why when they are taken to police stations, they are released. It is because, as I said in one of my previous videos, they are employees working for their employers. And these employers are not people who are here based on maybe their own accord. They are supported by international government to come and mine. These unhappy employees are who we call today as bandits. These bandits are not treated properly. Now, this is a sincere call to the Nigerian government. Let us modernize our mining industry. We don't have a problem with you bringing in China, America, France to come and mine, but they should offer good condition to our people. Look at, for example, let me give you a very, very painful example. You would recruit young boys just because they are nomads, just because they know the road to where you will get your minerals. You will recruit young boys who are at the age of 18, 15, 16, 18 to 21, 22. You will keep them in forests for 1 year, 2 years without getting them exposed to society. These young boys are carrying guns. These young boys are carrying phones. So when they finish watching nonsense things on their phones and become horny, and because they are not living in good conditions, they start eyeing people that are passing by from the city. This is something we don't talk about. There are times that you hear that these bandits will raid a village and rape all the women there. You'll be wondering why. What kind of animal behavior is this? It is the conditions that these people leave these forest rangers. If you know that you want to come and take the resources from the land, if you know you want to come and use our people to find your terrains, to secure your mining activity, please and please, give them good condition of living. Treat them like human beings. Satisfy their own side of your agreement so that this thing will not be spilling into cities. Sometimes these boys or these men want to make statements. They want to be seen. That's why they are doing all these atrocities, attacking innocent people. They just want to be seen. Mining is not a bad thing. It should be done properly. The lives of people are at stake. These bandits, to me, I call them forest rangers. These forest rangers need to be treated properly. When you look at them, you see a level of confidence in them. But in your eyes, you call them terrorists. But they know what they represent. Because in their hands are knowledge that you, the professor that is there, do not have. You are just a salary earner that sit down with books reading from morning to night. You don't know when the next salary will come. These people hold the wealth of nations in their possession. They know the whereabouts of the best mining fields in this country. So these people should be treated right. The terrorists, as you call them, they need to be treated right. If you want to use their knowledge, their nomadic knowledge, to gain your path to knowing the terrains where there are mineral resources, then you need to pay them well, so that we, the people living in urban areas, can have peace. There is a saying that says, what happens in the forest remain in the forest. No, the forester has phones. The forester has AK-47. It will not remain in the forest anymore. It's starting to spill into the city. These boys are horny, I would say. And they're going after villages where they see girls and all that. Provide them good living conditions. Let them bring their women to come and stay with them, instead of rampaging nearby villages and raping women. This is raw truth. It might be difficult for you to hear, but it is the raw truth.